I want to thank you, Heavenly Father, for shining your light on me. So I don't know what rock I had my head up under, but I did not realize that the BET Awards were on right now. And people was like, oh, you gonna do a show during the BET Awards? Well, if I'm being perfectly honest with y'all, I'm not a big award show person. So because I'm not a big award show person, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and do the show. And then, anybody who want to look at it during the replay can look at it during the replay and all that other good stuff. But I'm here. I ain't sitting through no long ass award show tonight. I do like I always do. I'll wait until tomorrow and look at all the performances on Instagram. So that's just is what it is. But I thank y'all so much for joining your boy tonight. And we're gonna have a condensed show because all of the media and everything that was going on between this weekend and today, a lot of it is the BET award stuff. So we'll recap all that tomorrow because I haven't even began to look at the fashions or anything else surrounding that. But that's that on that. We got some housekeeping before I get into the show. I'm trying to keep it cute, but I'm getting more emails than I'm comfortable with members from the Funky Bunch saying they purchased product from people and people either have not sent them their product or it's been lengthy shipping times or you're being unresponsive when people email you about their products. Y'all don't come over here with that nigga shit. Don't come over here with that nigga shit. All right? Let me just put this out here and I'm going to be done with it. The platform and the business selling portion was designed to help people, right? It was designed. I keep the fee low to make sure any and everybody can get in. And oftentimes, my biggest argument when I'm defending Black owned business is that many times Black owned businesses can't operate at the same level as some of their counterparts because we don't have the capital, we don't have the resources, and we're doing what we can with a bare bones and a shoestring budget. Now, I don't already made it easy for you to get in front of thousands and thousands of people. And I understand you're probably the little engine that could. You're filling orders from your bedroom, from your kitchen, and that's fine and well. But if you're not going to have them people shit on time, and if you're not going to send people their stuff, communicate that. That's all. I don't think that there's a person on this chat alive that would be offended with a, hey, Miss Johnson, I know we told you it was going to be 6 to 8 days, but due to overwhelming demand, it's going to be another 7 days before we can deliver your product. Simple. Simple. When people inquire about their product, answer the damn emails. And I think that's the part that's offending me the most. And it's not a lot of people. And I'm not going to call out the businesses that did it because it's been several. So even if you are one of the businesses, I don't want you to feel singled out because there's been about 4 of y'all or whatever. But if people email you about their stuff, have enough decency to respond back. Even if it's with bad news, even if it's, I know you ordered the oxtail plate, but we not having no more oxtails for another 2 weeks. Tell people what's going on with their goddamn money. Because without it, it make you look like you scamming. And it may and then they emailing me. And I don't want anybody in the Funky Bunch who emailed me to feel like you did the wrong thing by emailing me. Thank you for making me aware. But tighten up on the customer service, y'all. I'm gonna leave it at that. A little bit of bad news, guys. Sly from Sly and the Family Stone passed away, guys. And you want to know what's funny? I was about to scream, do a little dance, make a little noise, Get down tonight. But ain't that KC and the Sunshine Band? I always mix up Sly and the Family Stone and KC and the Sunshine Band together. But regardless, Sly from Sly and the Family Stone passed away today, guys. He was 82 years old, lived a great life. They have great songs. I didn't even know who Sly was. I know now. See, girl, y'all can't. Hold on, I'm gonna get you. Y'all can't be uh just killing off people. You got to put the whole family Stone up there because we don't know Sly. Maybe some of y'all know Sly. I don't know Sly. I know the family Stone. Now, nevertheless, shouts out to Sly and the family Stone. Sly, you will definitely be missed. We plan. Is y'all want to plan? Oh, Sly and the family Stone saying, "It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair." Thank you, Candace. Candace said, kind of, yeah. Thank you so much for this, Candace. She cleared it up. Now I know what them hoes saying. Okay. We gonna plan a film for him. And Sly also sings "Dance to the Music." I don't think we planning no family. We not gonna plan. I ain't my basement flooded. I ain't really going around there and mess with Sly them like that. But look, I just say this. Now I was gonna say we'll take care of the catering bill. Um, ha- okay, they say his family ordered 250 color programs. And I told them, well, we'll pay for 500 color programs because it's going to be a whole bunch of people out there. We can't handle all the printing. They said 250 color programs came with the package, the family package that they got. And I just told them we're doing additional 500 color programs not to exceed $3,500. So that's all we could do. Anything beyond that, they're going to have to make it enough. Okay. Moving right along. The folks been on my line all day wanting me to talk about the LA ICE raids and moreover this debate that's going on online basically about black people needing to stay out of it and how this is not our fight. And there are a lot of people who are out there quoting my fraternity brother, the late great Martin Luther King, where he says something to the effect of injustice for one is injustice for all, which for the kids, the slow kids in the back, which essentially means if it's possible for this to be done to one person, everybody should be nervous because if they did it to them, they could do it to you, which means, injustice against one is an injustice against all. And while under normal circumstances, I would agree. But in 2025, here is where I stand with it 10 toes down in my whole chest. It's about time that black people, we are the entire civil rights movement. Okay. Every ounce of liberty any minority group got in this country, it was as a direct result of us being hosed, beat, and having dogs sicked on us year in and year out for decades. Okay. Simply put, without getting in the nuance of the why, it's somebody else's turn. Without even riling up emotions, without even getting into the nuance, which we're going to get into the nuance, but without getting into the nuance of it, it's simply somebody else's turn to be the line leader. That's it. Can we agree on that? Before we even get into the history, it's just somebody else's turn. And who that somebody else is, that ain't none of my damn business. That's between all the other groups who ain't had a chance to be the line leader yet. I don't give a damn whether it's the Hispanics, the Asians, the Polynesians, the Planet of the Apes, or the terracotta flower pots. I don't give a damn. Y'all fuss amongst yourselves and figure out which one of y'all want to carry the baton, because from where I sit, and no fault of their own, all y'all hoes have ever done up until now is showed up to the party and you didn't bring nothing. Y'all showed up to the party of civil rights and civil liberties and freedoms. Y'all showed up to the freedom party that is life in America for minorities, and y'all didn't even bring a case of ginger ale. Y'all came to the party. Some of y'all brought Tonka vodka, but went straight over there to our bar and drank up our Hennessy and our Grey Goose. So some of y'all brought nothing to the party. Some of y'all brought very little to the party. Most of y'all, not as individuals, but as groups, don't like black people, but y'all want to come to the party and eat the barbecue that the black people cook. Like, y'all want us for the barbecue, but you don't want to bring nothing. And so black folks, we simply saying, we cooking out for 4th of July? No, I would like to go to 4th of July cookout, but I'm not doing it at my house this time. Mara Slacey's them, Mara Slacey's and Isabella them, Jorge and Consuela them, they always come around here and eat up all our food and they don't ever bring nothing. So if we gonna do 4th of July this year, we gonna do it at Consuela Mammy house. We gonna do it at Mara Slacey's Mammy house. Her granddaddy got 20 acres down there by the Everglades. Bitch, I'm paying for the DJ. That's it. One time for the DJ. Hey, one time for the DJ. Hey, that's all I could do. We're not doing it at our house this year. Now, that's without us getting into the weeds. But if we want to get into the weeds of it all, still don't call my house. Call Metaslaces. Call Jorge. Call Hortensia. You're going to have to call them. I understand, and I'm learning more about it, that there is a Latin diaspora, much like there's an African diaspora, and that Latin people are from various places, Colombia, Venezuela, Cuba, they from all over. Now, ignorant alert. I just want y'all to know I'm from Miami, Florida, and all of that shit is called two things. All of it is called Spanish or Cuban, okay? I understand you from Guatemala, but I'm from Miami. You either Spanish or Cuban, okay? So here's what I have to offer to the Latino community. Y'all need to be calling on the rest of them Spanish hoes, okay? Y'all, listen. I understand that a lot of the people who are getting deported and whose families are being torn apart, they were unable to vote. That those are not the people who voted, and they are receiving the back end effects of what the people who could vote. And while I may not understand everything about the Latin American diaspora, I know enough to know that, bitch, y'all got one thing in common, and it's the fact that you're Latin. All right. And your Latin brothers and sisters, the ones that came into the state the right way, the ones that they wanted to come in and their parents were immigrants, but they want to shut the door for the rest of y'all, the ones that married white and bred some of that Latino out of them, or the ones who are looking to marry white, or the ones who are like, you know what, I'm a minority, but not like this, just like this. You need to be calling them. And here is the thing. I'm going to extend y'all group of people more grace than you've ever showed us. Because that's just who we are as Black people. And I'm not going to let nobody indoctrinate. I'm not going to let nobody socialize 100% of the compassion in me that God gave us as people. I'm not going to be that vengeful and hateful, but this is what I will say. You know how you want to go to the party on the weekend and your mama say, find a ride? You ask her, she said no. You ask your daddy, he said he didn't feel like taking you. You called your auntie, she didn't feel like taking you. Finally, you called your big sister, your big brother, and they came around there and took you. Bitch, we about fourth and fifth in line. All right. So I will stand with y'all, but it will only be after your community take charge, okay? And I'm not talking about the ones in California. I'm talking about collectively, countrywide. When Latino people, the ones that came over the right way, and when the white adjacent Latino people, when they decide to stand up for y'all, when they decide to stand, because they the first line of defense. You can't even come to us. You know what I'm saying? While there are similarities in our experience, we are not remotely connected to what y'all got going. That's y'all stuff. That's y'all stuff. We ain't even remotely connected to that. So to expect us to come out and stand on the front lines for a fight that's not even ours and your own people won't do it, you're asking a lot. You're asking a lot of us. And I know you're used to doing it. And Black people, we're so used to filling in the gap, so much so that we carry it as a badge of honor. If nobody gonna show up, we gonna show up. But I'm here to tell y'all something, Black people today, in my greatest Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Stokely Carmichael's spirit that the ancestors will bestow upon me in this moment. There ain't a goddamn thing honorable about sacrificing yourself for a group of people who would spit on your ass if you was on fire. Okay? And that's what Black people finally need to understand. And that's what we're slowly starting to understand through our exhaustion. Okay? The time for us to come together was not today when y'all about to burn down LA. The time for us to have come together is when it wasn't going to cost us our lives, our freedom, our jobs, our money, when all you had to do was go in there, vote and bubble a certain thing. But I'm not gonna do y'all the way y'all would do us, because then that makes me no better than you. And I don't want to do that. But here is what I will offer the Latino community. When all them highfalutin Cubans, in Miami, when they get out there and start protesting, all them highfalutin ass Venezuelans, with all them Dominicans, I know black. When they get their ass out there and they get on the front lines, then I'll be about 4, 6, 7 lines behind them. That's the best I could do. And in the words of Smokey Mama from Friday, y'all gonna have to make it enough. Y'all gonna have to make it enough. I ain't got nothing else to offer you. Y'all people did this. Latino voters were the swing vote. Latino voters was the swing vote. Fuck a swing state. Latino voters was the swing vote. This is what y'all vote. This is what your people voted for. So in all honesty, we're supposed to just sit back and let y'all enjoy the fruits of your labor. But again, I think it's completely asinine for you to be trying to plead with any other group of people than Latino people. You need to be on TV. And then that's the other thing too. If I'm being honest, because there's still, I don't fucking around and got mad. There's still an absence of accountability going on because the Latino people that's complaining in the media and stuff, y'all are not calling out y'all community to the levels that y'all need to be. Y'all are asking for help and asking for help and asking for help. Do you realize what you're asking people? You want people from other tribes to come do for you what your own people won't do for you. That's a big ask. While simultaneously refusing to call out your own. While refusing to call out your own. Call out your members that voted. Call them. Why are you calling on everybody else? Call them. Y'all speak the same language. You got their number on the direct line. Call them. No, we're done being everybody's. And on top of that, y'all outnumber us. That's why y'all are under attack. Real talk, Latino people across the United States, y'all numbers are growing at alarming rates exponentially. That is why these white people with their crazy replacement theory, conspiracy theories are targeting y'all first because y'all are multiplying like rabbits. Y'all outnumber us. Y'all got the numbers. I'm not understanding. Y'all can't put a flyer up at the Churro Man stand or print something on the back of a hoopina can to help mobilize the people. I just don't understand how y'all want other people to come do what your own people won't do. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox, but no, we not wrong. And I'm gonna tell you something. And you around here extending, listen, in this moment, we have to learn to be selfish. And I think because Black people in this country, because we were treated the absolute worst, it left us with a level of compassion for any and everybody going through anything. But I am coming to realize that it is honorable. There is honor in being selfish. Because it makes us damn fools doing for people what they won't even do for their own what they wouldn't even do for us, and yet alone do for their own selves. You want us to step in and do something for your people that your own people won't even do for you? That's asinine. That's asinine. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. I'm moving on. Plies had something to say in our political corner really quickly about Donald Trump. He said, "Dear Latino and Hispanic community, many thought voting for him was going to get you acceptance or monetary gain. You either overlooked the evil agenda or believed the lies, and left a lot of your own people out to dry. No one deserves evil treatment, but elections do have consequences. California gave him exactly what he was hoping for, an opportunity to create a theater and footage for his base that they were fiending for, and the antics that he loves. Now he gets to control the news cycle for the next couple of weeks while he gets his big, beautiful bill through and cool things down with the owner of X, which is Elon Musk. And he's telling the God honest truth. Because while we're over here focused on what's going on down to the LA, they got so much going on in the background and they're going to try to slide through. Last thing in the political corner, they don't slam the door in Auntie Maxine face. Baby, Auntie Maxine, I'm not trying to laugh because it's not funny, but y'all need to see how quickly these people humble Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters walked into this detention center talking about, I'm using my congressional authority to come check on somebody, and that man closed the door in her damn face, and she couldn't do nothing but turn around and walk away. And I don't want to laugh because I love Auntie Maxine, but the energy that I felt this ICE officer gave her was, Black mammy, please go sit down. We live in Trump's America. Do you thought I was going to listen to your old black ass? That's what his energy was giving. Please take a look.
No, I want you to. Hello, hello, hello. Congresswoman Waters, I just came to use my congressional authority to check on David.
Ma'am, we're lobbying securely now to all visitors.
Excuse me, I need to get in.
Contact our public affairs.
I need to get in.
What are you hoping to do, Congresswoman?
I just want to see David work right.
I just came to use my congressional authority. Bam! What congressional authority? It's not funny because it's Auntie Maxine, and God knows we've got all the respect for Auntie Maxine, and I love her. But that man was like, what congressional authority? E. Harris said, this is not funny. Not funny, Funky. I mean, we can laugh. She wasn't harmed. She wasn't harmed. She was disrespected, but she wasn't harmed. It's okay for us to laugh a little bit. He slammed that door in her damn face, and she politely made an about face and walking her ass back to her Dodge Caravan because her congressional authority ain't worth a small fry at McDonald's. Okay. Like, I mean, in the grand scheme of life, yeah, it's not funny, but it's funny. It's funny that this frail 80-something-year-old woman thought she was gonna walk up with her hands like this, the way the Indians greeted the pilgrims, and was like, hi, hello, hello, hello. I came to use my congressional authority. That That man said your ass gonna have to file a public. Now you know it is sad, but it real talk. It goes to show you where we're headed, right? When ICE authorities are around here feeling like they ain't got to listen to members of Congress. And granted, I don't know what the hierarchy and how it goes, and I know that they may control budgets and stuff, but I'm smart enough to realize in that specific moment she has no congressional authority. But yeah, it's unfortunate, guys. Let's talk about Ray J. Ray J took to social media while he was streaming, and he said he had slept with Sexy Red. And Sexy Red retweeted, cornball ass line on your meat is weird. Playing in your ass, not with me. Even to be saying we slept on the plane together, I said hi and kept it pushing. Is you cool, cuz? I realized after today, Ray J and Bow Wow are the living manifestations of the negative aspects of becoming a child star when you're young, or when you're in your teenage, or when you're in your formative years. Ray J has got to be my age. Let me see. Ray J is 3 years older than me. Ray J is 44 years old. And for the life of me, I don't know where y'all live and how y'all was raised and who y'all was raised around. I don't know anybody that's 44 years old that acts like Ray J. I I I don't know a 44-year-old man that would have sat on the internet and been like, yeah, I slept with somebody that they did not sleep with out loud for the world to see, thinking that there would be no consequences, thinking that it was cute. What 44-year-old man operates like this? And now I understand too why, you and Brandy's relationship is so tumultuous. Like Ray J, and I'm very obviously with my past reputation for drugs or whatever the case may be, a lot of times I stay away from commentary about drugs. I don't want people to just, use it as an opportunity to go in on me. And sometimes the juice is just not worth the squeeze. But Ray J, it's time that everybody around you just call it what it is. Ray J, you're juvenile, you're corny, your maturity peaked at the age you were when you filmed Moesha, or maybe when you filmed Wait a Minute with Little Kim. You haven't matured beyond that. And then when you layer all of that with drugs and alcohol, and there's just no way in 2025 that we cannot attribute some of Ray J's behavior, some of Ray J's behavior to drugs and alcohol. Like, you looked drunk and high then, and it's funny because you're already on Love and Hip Flop. You are already on Love and Hip Flop. Like, what more do you want? And Ray J, you got money, you invested well in the tech stuff. Just go sit down. A 44-year-old man sitting up talking about who he had sex with. First of all, you want to be relevant, Ray J? Go get a mature woman. Go act mature. Go get a GQ spread. Go get a shaving line for grown men. I don't know, Ray J. It's just becoming, and it's funny because I thought you were my age. You're 44, which in my mind right now is reading 50. I'm just not for somebody that old acting the way you act. And it's just, we just gonna move on because, yeah. Roseanne Barr. Roseanne said that God told her to send that tweet, the one that got her canceled. I'm gonna tell y'all, Roseanne hurt me. And Roseanne hurt me bad because I think that there were a lot of people who looked at the Roseanne Barr show, and we looked at many of the characters that Roseanne played in her heyday, and they were always working class, lower class, but relatable characters. And I don't know why, and this may sound ignorant, but there's a large population of Black people that we identify with the struggle family story. We do. And so I think for that, a lot of us, we kind of thought Roseanne was cool. We kind of thought Roseanne was cool. Like, we got a whole 90s relationship with Roseanne. We do. And it hurts me because even now I enjoy looking at reruns of her show, and it was a great show. And when I see that Roseanne, I don't see this Roseanne. This Roseanne looks evil. That Roseanne looks like the fun lady you do want to work with down to the bottom. But the fact that she got in trouble and was somewhat remorseful, and now she's just doubling down on it. Here is the question that I have. It feels like Roseanne has made it her mission to terrorize us. It's like you just don't want to be a decent human being at all. And you have to ask, why is it so important for you to be right about this? Why does all of this make you feel good, even years later? So during a recent chat with Variety, Roseanne touched on her 2018 controversial tweet that played a major role in derailing her career. Roseanne fired off Twitter alongside a picture of Valerie Jarrett, who was the senior advisor to Barack. Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby. Despite the backlash that followed the post, Roseanne says she has no regret. She shared, "The way I feel about it is God told me to do what I did, and it was a nuclear bomb. The day of my tweet, over 2 million Americans Googled Valerie Jarrett and the Iran deal, and that was my intent. So whatever, that wasn't your intent. That was not your intent." And that's the other thing that gets so frustrated with people sometimes when you want to play on our effing intelligence. That was not your intent. Your intent was not, oh, because if that was the case, all you had to do is be like, Valerie Jarrett is an idiot. If you don't trust me, guys, go Google Valerie Jarrett in the new Iran deal. That's all you had to do if that was your intent. No, that was an unintended consequence of what you did, if it's even true. And now you want to reverse engineer it to make it seem like, oh, you didn't really care and you were all nonchalant about it. Nah, bitch, you lying. Because when your ass got canceled for that tweet, your ass was somewhere in depression. I don't give a damn who you are, what you say. I don't give a damn who you are, what you say, and how much money you got. When you lose a deal as large as the deal that Roseanne lost, if you lose a deal as big as the deal that Roseanne lost, and as publicly as she did, bitch, you was in depression. And now you trying to act so cavalier with it. Like, yeah, I'm that girl. I ain't never really care. That was my intention. Bull crap. Then she goes on to say, I was already having nightmares about never going back to that show, and God woke me up. I had my laptop there in bed and was, as always, and I opened it, and there was a picture of Valerie Jarrett next to Helena Bonham Carter in full makeup as Ari in Planet of the Apes, and they both look like Xerox copy of each other, so I captioned it. Roseanne also noted that the night she posted that, she was under the influence of alcohol and Ambien. In addition to public scrutiny, Roseanne's rebooted sitcom was canceled by ABC after one season, and they reappeared as the Connor's Girl Bye. And again, you have an opportunity. This is the audacity for me. You have the opportunity, number one, to have just let this die. But it comes back up, and instead of saying, you know what, it was a teachable moment, I learned a lot about maybe centering what, you double down on the foolishness, because now we're in a climate where you can actually do this type of stuff and get rewarded. She'll get a White House contract to be the opening act pretty soon at one of their dinners or balls or galas or whatever, because her hatred is in congruence with the current administration's. It's just all sad. It's just all sad. And I think the saddest thing is, I would challenge a lot of people, especially racist white people, to truly ask themselves, why are you angry? Y'all get mad when I call racism mental illness, but it has to be. It has to be mental illness, guys. It absolutely has to be. And here is why. Because if it was basic psychology, if it was basic human psychology, we would all be plagued with it. I have never in my 41 years of life been around, looked at, spoke to, read about any other group of people on the planet and ever had a negative, physical, visceral response. Never. I have never gone into a Latin neighborhood driving through Hialeah and had a negative, visceral response. That is, And I know it's sad, and I know y'all hate when I say things like I feel bad for them. And I don't feel bad from like, oh, they need to be safe. I just feel bad that you wake up and your body, spirit, mind, and soul is plagued with something that makes you walk out in the world and see somebody black and just get upset and be miserable and just want to hurt them. That has got to be a very miserable existence to walk around with that much negativity. And I want to tell y'all something, and y'all can get mad all you want. Y'all can clip this and let it go viral. White people age bad because they evil. I've been holding this one in and I've been wanting to say it for the longest, but it's the God honest truth. White people age bad because they're evil. That's black blood. Okay. That is black blood scrounging. White people are the only people you can look at a picture of them in their 30s and look at a picture of them in their 60s and not know that it was the same person because they age that bad. Y'all age bad because y'all evil. That's the only thing I can explain. They age bad because they evil. And watch how many the white people that don't age bad is because they happy. I really do think aging bad is the punishment for being evil. You look like the evil witch of the sea of hell. And that's why a lot of them age the way they do, because they evil. And the ones that don't age is because they're nice and they're pleasant and they smile and they have good hearts. I'm not implying that all white people are evil, just the ones that age bad. And some of the ones that don't age bad, but they age bad because they evil. I'm convinced. There, I said it. Go ahead and cancel me now so we can get it out the way, so I can get my Welch's grape juice endorsement in a couple years, and I can get my Office Depot endorsement and my Progressive Life Insurance commercial. I need y'all to go ahead and cancel me today. I'm going to double down on it today. Cancel me today because I need to work tomorrow, or white people age bad because they evil. And it's been boiling me up. I've been wanting to say that for months. I really have. I have been wanting to say it for months. And now I'm just going to keep saying it since I finally got it out, and I'm going to get canceled again. White people, y'all age bad because y'all evil. That's really all to it. Anyway, y'all, it's 8:45. Somebody said it's the worrying about others. Yeah, and y'all age bad because y'all stressed out, always worrying about somebody. In real talk, you probably stressed out trying to keep. I'm gonna tell you what the real gag is. It's the guilt. It's the guilt. And the real gag is there are many white people out there who are pressed about power dynamics changing because they know the way the system that they benefit from. Present day white people may not have created it, but they benefit from it. They know the way the system is set up, that it is against us. And they are worried that if other people ever get in control, that they are going to do to them what they are doing to us. And white people, I want to let y'all know something, and you may not believe me. First thing I want to say is, Black people, we literally are the most compassionate people on the planet. We take in every and anybody because we've always had to. That's number one. I have never gone to the delegation of Black people for the United NAACP meetings, VFW, Elks Lodge, Mason, Alpha Phi, Sorority Delta meetings. I've never been to any of those meetings and ever once heard Black people talk about retribution and revenge. And there was a quote one time that said, y'all ought to be lucky that we asking for equality and not revenge. I'm here to let y'all know, ain't nobody thinking about y'all. I promise y'all, and I know I'm just one person's, who am I? White folks, I promise you ain't nobody thinking about y'all. Don't nobody want to do nothing to y'all. Y'all the only ones that think that way. We honestly just want y'all to leave us the fuck alone. We want y'all to leave us the hell alone and to stay out the way. That's it. We don't want nothing from y'all. We not trying to hurt y'all. We not trying to pay y'all back. We don't have the energy. We so far behind the 8 ball. We don't have the energy for payback games. And that's what a lot of y'all are concerned about. But do you know how you stop being concerned about it? Stop doing wrong to people. It really is that simple. Your conscience would be clean and you wouldn't age like a damn prune if you just did right by people. Stop. But see, no, they want the comforts of doing wrong with the security of doing right. And it don't work like that. They want all the luxuries and comforts that come along with doing wrong with the security of what does with no. Nope. Anyway, I'm finna get up off the line so y'all can catch the rest of these little BET awards. And I'll call y'all hoes tomorrow. Bye.